Well, we were treated to an absolutely epic spectacle on Inferno. Sure, the scoreline didn't look like it was a convincing game, but trust me, that was a lot of fun. Fnatic put out some amazing rounds, but Na'Vi ran away with the prize, at least in their first map of this best of 3. Now, Vince, we move on to Cobblestone next, a map we don't usually see that often anymore. It kind of feels like it's kind of phased out, especially in the best of ones, barely saw it at all. But it's a map where I think Fnatic do have the upper hand. I think this is their more strong suit going forward, but I'm sure Na'Vi, the way they're playing today, it's always so good to see all 5 players firing on all cylinders.
Oh, definitely. And the thing is, as well, with a map like Cobblestone, with the way Zeus is playing right now, he could be a huge part of the puzzle for Na'Vi to just outright win this 2-0. I mean, we both thought we'd be edging more towards Fnatic. We thought I'd go to a 3-mapper. If Na'Vi continue to play like this, this is going to be over real quick. Yep,
well, we'll see what happens. I'm actually really excited for this one. Just to note, I think Fnatic are playing very well as well. It's just like they got unlucky. Some of their financial decisions might have been a bit out of line. Lots of force buying, of course. No one wanted to back down and take that full eco. But so many clutches, I think, was the headline of the first map. So many 1v1s, 2v1s, most of them going in favor of Na'Vi. They just couldn't get over that final hurdle. And I think we are ready to get going. I think we're having the 9th round first, to work out who will be starting on either side. And looks like that will be going underway just now. As Kane, the coach of Na'Vi, brought over from Gambit, was a bit of a package with Zeus when he came over. 9th round, I guess it's kind of important on Cobblestone. It's one of those rare maps where we get to say it's a bit of a T-sided affair. It was immensely so until the changes of the steps coming in towards the B-bomb side. It's a bit more equal now, but most teams still, it's kind of up to debate. It's wherever you feel more comfortable. A lot of teams do feel more comfortable on the T side, some on the CT side. It doesn't really matter too much, I guess, overall. And looks like it will be Na'Vi starting on the T side here, Fnatic, of course, on the CT side. So lots of potential for double AWPs on this map again. So watch out to see what kind of recipe Fnatic come up with. They've got plenty of viable AWPs in their squad. Looks like the players are getting ready now. Quick prediction, Vince, you think this will be the 2-0 in favor of Na'Vi? You can kind of going with that one? I need to have it officially stated.
I'm going to stick with the 3-mapper. I'm going to stick with that, Henry, but again, I'm so worried and nervous now for Fnatic, the way that Na'Vi played that last map.
Well, here we go. Time will tell. We are getting into the 2nd map now. Can Na'Vi get a clean sweep here? Got a bit of a tech pause coming in. I can confirm Zeus was going to drop simple PT50 by the looks of things. That's about as exciting as I can get it. And it's an easy one. It's only the coach needs to be unmuted on TeamSpeak. So that's quite easy to sort out. We won't have too much of an issue with that one. We're going to restart quickly. And looks like we'll be underway momentarily. Fnatic versus Na'Vi. Once a classic matchup. I guess it doesn't really have the same hype around it would have done maybe 2 years ago, but it's certainly proving to be quite exciting. Edward, very impressive game from him in the first map. He had some amazing moments. He had one disastrous one, but seeing as they won the map, that doesn't matter too much. Remember the highlights instead of the lowlights. And looks like we're ready to go. Match paused again. I'm trying to build it up and trying to get it ready.
Well, we managed to dodge them yesterday, by and large, so we'll probably do a few here. What would be worrying me a little bit, though, if I were a Fnatic fan, they played Cobblestone just a few days ago against Envious, and they actually lost 16-12. Now, it should be mentioned that Envious did knock G2 out early in this very event.
They're rid of a specialist on that map. I think that's where Happy's lurking really works out towards that drop-down area. He's kind of changed up his style as well. Congratulations to them for knocking out G2, but that's a distant memory now as we get into the first round. There will be Na'Vi with one smoke, flashbangs, and it's going to be Zeus with the utility. No armor on his body at all. Electronic, we're going towards drop down here. Looks like a B-side finish. Edward actually quite fast down the platform here. Smoke towards drop down thrown by JW, trying to buy himself some time. Get the advantage when they commit, if they do so. There's the smoke deployed by Zeus. Going towards the chicken coop or the bomb site, can't quite tell. It's indeed the coop. And Lekro flashed off as they finally commit towards B.
Has backed away, knowing that he was completely outnumbered. Gonna try and wait for JW to help him out, and he's done just that. JW's landed himself a 2nd kill, keeping the dream alive, keeping the player advantage alive for Fnatic, and Lekro's gone one better. Na'Vi had a chance. They had a very real opportunity to burst out onto the site. Electronic's going to try and still maintain the course, but he's moved through into connector, and the bomb's dropped out on B. This is a nightmare scenario for Electronic to be in.
He'll do what he can. Bit of wallbang damage out of the Glock, not much. And he'll go towards drop down. Looks like this round will finally be working out for Fnatic. They lost both pistols and Inferno. He does find a USP. Still 40 seconds. Not impossible to win this one, but certainly not likely. There it is. Golden will take him down in the end. Good job. JW especially picking up 2 very important kills there towards drop down and rotating out of that area. And we're going to round number 2 here. Assuming a force buy will be happening from Na'Vi here. CZ's Deagles. Maybe more Deagles on this particular map. Lots of long-range encounters available. JW getting it done with that USP. Great shots. So yes, 2 Deagles, Flamey and Simple to rock out with those. And it will be Zeus and Edward on PT-50s and Electronic with the CZ here. 2 rifles for Fnatic, an MP9 and some UMPs. Lots of utility to work with. That's what they're really focusing on. Flusher towards long A. It's the damage inflicted at the start. Could do a bit more of that HE. Wants to keep that for now and fall back.
Yeah, realizing that if he gets swarmed and even if he takes 1 player down, it could be a weapon trading hands to the terrorists. He doesn't want to give that away.
It's a good point.
So play safe, make sure they have to come to you. All the pressure's on the terrorists' shoulders.
If they fully commit, at least you've got some backup in the form of Crims, who's waiting by the APC right now. So that's a very good point. Don't want to give up anything for free. He'll drop the smoke, just buy some time, allow rotation to come over. 5 players for Na'Vi on the A side of the map here. Flamey, the only player patrolling middle. He's got that Deagle. That's why he's there. See if he can find the 1 Deags. It's a very difficult shot, but certainly not impossible.
Nades being exchanged through mid. Negligible damage. Flamey just eats 11 in total. Going to be peering through with the Deagle. Did just catch a glimpse of a player hopping onto the van from the side. I believe that was Flusher. And now the charge comes to fruition. Electronic going to be taking point. Oh, the mid-air CZ spray headshot. That just hurts you to the soul if you are Fnatic right now. But is it going to cost them the round? It's looking more and more likely as time goes on. Simple comes through with a headshot, but Golden with the MP9, right place at the right time. Both remaining terrorists on 24 health, and that is easy kills for Golden in the end. But that was just such a ridiculous headshot in midair.
Well, there we go. An exciting round, but Fnatic managed to negate it. The CZs, here it comes.
Unbelievable.
Boom. Takes down Flusher. You do hate to see that. Round number 3 should be the full eco. No bomb planted, unfortunately, for Na'Vi, even after finding all those kills. P250s. Or P250. There's 2 of them. And a Deagle for Simple. Let's see if they can get anything done here. I think that means the money's going to be quite low. This Simple doesn't really have a chance to bring out that all for the first gun round. It's nothing for this one. Flusher, just the USB armor, gets the first kill, pushing long A, getting all the intel in the world and a kill. JW, not as successful. He might even go down here to Edward, but manages to reposition correctly and find the frag there. 5 on 3 now. Flusher just keeps finding more and more kills with this USB. Might get another one. Indeed, he does. 3 in total. Lekro to finish things off. So the gun run will begin now. Na'Vi getting a taste of their own medicine from Inferno. He managed to find the 3-0 on both halves of Inferno. It's Coach Yumpy behind Flusher. Been part of the organization a while now. Going to run number 4. 5 AKs, of course, like we said, Simple could not buy the orb, but Flusher certainly can. He seems to be coming more to the forefront of the AWP for Fnatic. It's not just JW that's happy to wield the weapon. He'll be using it just as much, this time towards long A. This is such a scary peak to take sometimes, especially on the CT side. Goes for it, at least gets intel that no one's on the other side just yet. Comes to the setup for Na'Vi, very default stuff. Simple and Edward just waiting towards middle for any initial aggression from the CTs. Flame Electronic trying to get their way in towards drop down. Looks like an A split potentially here. Some mid-round calls available on Cobblestone. Doesn't have to be as black and white as that. And Electro will find the first kill. Great movement to get out that window and get the first frag, but Electro looking for the double, can't quite find the second.
So rapidly into position, almost caught Fnatic totally unawares. Now Flusher joined alongside Crims, who's now isolated from JW with 4 players in amongst the 2 Swedes. Crims, last player left standing, going to trade across to the AWP. Bomb planted on A, so at least he doesn't have to make the trek across to the side of the map, but it doesn't matter. Crims has his eyes on a save anyway, and Simple's definitely heard the pitter-patter of footsteps, and he will convert with the AK frag.
Lovely stuff. But remember, that's one of the rounds where Fnatic, that's what we technically call a bonus round, I guess. You've got one player with the MP9, a FAMAS up as well. They're going to be buying into this one. Flush obviously buying the orb will be a little bit more hamstrung than his teammates there. But round number 5 comes through. There's another MP9 for Golden. Flusher will be thrown over an M4, and it's JW with the orb this time, so a complete role reversal here. So maybe a faster round towards B. This time 4 players in the B halls. Simple looking for the first shot towards the upper platform there. We boost it up just to look above this smoke and see who's on the other side.
I do wonder how much of the AWP preference is based off spawns, because when Flusher went for the AWP, he had a very good spawn for long. Now JW's able to use it into B long, but simple. Too fast on the trigger.
Yeah, fantastic work there. Takes down JW. Great opening pick. Nice and early as well. We've always said that's Na'Vi's bread and butter. Get an opening pick, and they're very good at capitalizing on advantages. We'll see if they can convert this one. It looks likely considering one of these players has an MP9. They've got little utility now. Electro, though, in a good position. Going to be solid for 1 kill, but Zeus continues his great form. Lovely shot towards the tree position. 5 on 3 now. Golden, one of the last lines of defense here towards the B side. MP9 goes gunning in, gets nothing for it. Zeus for his second, but Flush is still alive and kicking, and so is Crims. 2 on 1 all of a sudden. And if ever there was a player on the Fnatic side to win out a clutch, this would be it. Crims, one of the most cerebral players we have in the game. So intelligent and so good at bamboozling his opponents, and he thinks they're going towards A by the looks of things. We're checking out this side of the map. Obviously, they have no intel of that. They'll be slowing things right down here as Edward tries to gather the bomb.
Maybe Crim's a bit too smart for his own good, or maybe he's just playing the long con. Maybe he's called, I want to go all the way around to long B. I think they're going to take their sweet time. They still have to respect his presence potentially onto the site, so you know, it'll be taking a good 10-15 seconds. And now he's already pretty up close and personal. Already perched on the B alongside with his M4A4. Doesn't have a kit or any nades, but if he can get the drop on the first player, it could effectively become 2 1v1s.
He needs to kill Edward first. That would be ideal, then isolate Simple, who's got the AWP. But here he comes, needs his first kill very quickly. Not going to happen there. It's such a difficult scenario for him. 2 rounds in a row for Na'Vi. Not quite tying things up, but this round should do it. 3-2. And about $2,000 per player on the Fnatic side. Just going to be full eco, I would suppose, going to this one. That's why Na'Vi will bring out the SMGs themselves. The MAC-10's deployed, the UMP. Zeus will have the AK, so will Edward. Simple still on the AWP, and just $300 spent in round number 6 here by Fnatic. 1 PT50 purchased, and they're going for an ace stack. This is very common in today's game, just trying to hope that a mistake is made, and Na'Vi think let's just group up and change the pace. This is for rush middle, and at that point, maybe you can make it a competitive round with the silence USPs. I have seen a few victories in recent months with this sort of approach. Crims and JW holding towards middle on the crossfire. Flusher holding danger. But it looks like they'll be finishing up at the B side. Simple moves over with the bomb on his back. Very important he doesn't go down. And we'll see what goes on as we'll finish up with an open site. And that should be it, really, Vince.
It certainly should. Na'Vi playing this one correctly, playing it smartly too. They don't want to give anything away. They're slowly ebbing their way through onto B long, just checking all the angles, making sure that a stack isn't in play. And they're about to find out that B completely free, ripe for taking. Bomb will get planted, the round will be done. Fnatic can almost use this as almost like a mini pause as well, just discuss amongst themselves what they want to do in the next round. There's nothing really to lose here. The only thing they may try and stay together for is they don't want to give any extra kills away to those SMGs and build some economy for Na'Vi at this stage. So yeah, they're going to just stay together. They're just going to hope for the best, and maybe they can take a weapon out of this round.
Not really much going to be happening here. Very rare for a round to go down with no kills exchanged, but Electronic will be dealing with that. There's a couple. $1,200 farmed with the MAC-10. Can you find a bit more here? Certainly can. Lovely work. Best player to find those kills with the MAC-10 in hand. They're going to find all 5. It looks as if Flusher, the last remaining player, he's in towards long A right now. Just trying to see if there's anything available, even an upgraded pistol at this point. Nothing found. Electronic with so much money farmed in that particular round. He currently sits on $8,000 as they do tie things up 3-3. Like we said, technically a T-sided map depending on the matchups. And have a look at this replay. Nothing really to write home about. Just running around with a MAC-10. Getting it done, but important for the finances.
Yeah, there goes the dream for Fnatic, trying to starve away any of those potential kills. Electronic is going to hold on to the MAC-10, hoping that maybe someone is lacking head armor, but that's not going to be the case.
Look at this mishmash buy from Fnatic. 2 SMGs are for Mass, and there should be a kill for JW. Simple somehow gets away with it unscathed. That's the AWP as well. That would have been a huge scout to take down. Electronic does investigate with brute force towards danger. Very boosted players towards the drop-down room there. No one found. Guess that's a perfect weapon. So much mobility. You can just jump around corners and pre-fire and still have accuracy. And
it's the expendable weapon too. If he dies, so what?
Yep, exactly.
It's an easy replenish weapon in the next round. They have a couple players over $7,000, couple around $5,000, so they're A-OK into the next round, even if Electronic were to bite the dust early on here. But that's not the case. All players, other than Golden, sitting at 100 health with just shy of a minute on the clock. Na'Vi haven't really done anything in terms of getting real estate for themselves. Still pretty passive back on mid-side. So still a lot of fighting for every inch of the map. Looks like it's going to be an A hit though, Henry.
Could be. We'll see. Flaming. Joined by Flusher. The UMP's about to meet. Crim's waiting at the top of middle, looking towards long A. This kill is everything. Zeus can't pick it up this time. Flaming, same story. Flusher, great work here. Got the bomb. Still alive and still a chance of more. Simple finally deals with him. I'm sure he'll get dropped at this point. Indeed he is. And this is a difficult buy for Fnatic and looking promising so far. Electronic can't find more than one with the Mac 10. And Edward in no man's land, taken down. JW will find the final frag. And it's all about Flusher though, that UMP work. It's surprising they didn't really drop a ton of utility. You can see this is the first kill. There's no flashbang coming around. They haven't dropped a Molotov in the left corner. Anything at that point would be better than nothing and running out one by one.
Absolutely. So running out one by one.
Just the Molotov on the left. It's to flush anyone out there. You don't have to check that side. You can just focus on the right-hand side, right?
Especially with that much time left too. If Flusher goes down, even if he gets a one kill from that position, that's probably solid. That's probably good enough. To get two, that's unreal. Fnatic back into winning ways. Still haven't fully recovered, economically speaking. If they were to lose this round, they'd be pretty much back where they started. 3 players with very little money to spend.
Yeah, absolutely right there. Another slow default here from Na'Vi. Look like they're focusing more towards A this time. CT setup. Flusher, of course, long A. Very aggressive. Joined by Crim's in danger. The incendiary. Team kill comes in, but that's fine. If I have to kill you to kill him, I'll do it every single time. That's fine. Better than both dying.
Exactly.
To the spray.
Yep. There's going to be certainly no sour grapes for Flamey. Just, unfortunately, from his perspective, was in the wrong place.
Yes.
Zeus down to 34, regardless of his kill. So still, the balance is tipped in Fnatic's favor. And to add to their woes, Flusher has taken down Edward. Only a smoke and a Molotov to play with now that the Molly's been put into the alcove. Lekro stepping up with a FAMAS, but knocked straight back down again. And Na'Vi going to try and take control over on the B side. Golden's not going to allow it to happen. To make matters worse for Na'Vi, now the bomb's been dropped out.
Yeah, this is looking like an absolute nightmare, but Electronic's trying to wake them up. 2-on-1 now, JW with it all to do. Zeus with the AWP. This looks like a bit of a tall order for himself. Does find the AK-47. 13 seconds remaining. Surely he can't win this. He takes him down to 11 HP. So much riding on this round, but time is of the essence, and Zeus opting to save the AWP. He could have gone for that. I don't think that's the correct call. I really feel like he had a chance in that one, but he thinks better of it. Like we said before, thinking of the bigger picture, he makes the calculated decision to think, well, I'll just save the AWP. The money's running low. With this, at least we can still have something going in the next round, but 11 HP, and you know he's so close. Surely it's worth at least going for it.
I suppose to come to the defense of Zeus, from his perspective, he probably doesn't know the last play is that low.
Yeah.
And he may think, he may even be 100 health. So if we go into a straight-up trade, I lose.
Sure.
So it's one of those snap decisions, and unfortunately for Na'Vi, they are going to lose that round. However, with the saved AWP right into the hands of Simple, and they do have a pretty decent buy.
Yeah, it's not too bad, all things considered. 3 AKs in the AWP and an Electronic on a CZ, which doesn't seem to be much of a hindrance these days. This Golden on the MP9. It's a map that does lend itself to the lesser weapons, so lots of little nooks and crannies to hide yourself within, towards drop down, danger, long A, so many corners you can be baited in towards. So the SMGs do a lot of work on Cobblestone. Golden tagged up a nade at the very start, not for much though. Back towards middle they go. Zeus will be going in first with Flaming. We'll check towards danger. You can see the setup's changing for Fnatic every single time. This time, Crims will be baited in the bottom and middle. He's got Flusher, who can take some aggro away. So if he does find himself in a bit of trouble, Flusher can come around the corner. Do they check it this time? Surely not one by one. There's the first. No grenades used, and the same results. 2 kills gathered.
Especially after them succumbing to that very play last time. I am so bamboozled they didn't do a nade that round. Not even flash. They still may get away with those. Uses came back in with a kill. Golden out in the open. Pretty much had to go aggressive in that position with the MP9. So a kill is decent, but it is going to be a 2-on-2 post-plant scenario for the Swedes.
JW and Lekro with no grenades whatsoever. They have got the kit. A couple of M4s. Good flashbang thrown by Simple. And whenever he's alive in these sort of scenarios, you've got to pick your money on him, surely. We'll see what he can do here. There's the first shot. Can't connect. It goes for the spray instead. And now Electronic with it all to do. He's in a horrible position. Can't find a clean first kill as the tree denies it. Bomb ticking away. And he needs to get one of these, but can't do it. Great frags from JW. And Fnatic right back in this series now. 6-3 in their favor after winning the pistol. And with the bomb planted, there is somewhat of a buy available for Na'Vi, but I'd say probably take the partial this time. Great work, and I thought Simple had that one tied up. That sort of shot towards top and middle is everything, but this was the play. Once again, 1 by 1, and they're not going to use utility. At least go together. At least check it at the same time. I can't really get my head around that one. They will force up into it. We saw lots of this on Inferno. 3 AKs, 1 Galil. Mac 10 for Electronic. Maybe just a straight up B play here. The bomb's towards middle, so perhaps not. Good nade from JW. Does a bit of damage towards Edward.
Edward aggressive. Not be long, but he's been spotted. Pixel shows through the smoke, and that's going to betray Edward. Golden has fallen in amongst the chaos. Drop has already been assumed by Na'Vi, so this is one of the more aggressive rounds we've seen from them. Up close, trying to take Drop and the subsequent angles out into Connector, but they're going to boost back up into long. So this is just going to be Flamey by himself, holding down the fort of Drop. This does afford them options to go back over onto the A site, but once again, there is going to be a player perched up close, and it's going to be Crims.
Necro using this very common corner. Can't be spotted from drop down until the T's fully commit and start making their way towards the B side. Flamey investigating. Same story for JW, but Simple's got the answer for him. Bullet straight to the dome. 4 on 3 now. Necro with all to do. Can't do much with it, and this looks like a Na'Vi round, surely. Flamey in a great position to stop anyone jumping up, but he overcommits. Could have just stayed in the corner and guaranteed the frag. Overthinking it perhaps, and this kill should be everything. Simple nails it, and we flush it to save the AWP. Well, there we go. It's taken a while. Fnatic actually managed to get 3 rounds in a row, but RV finally answered back, and it's a pretty decent answer as well. Remember, this was a round when they had 3 AKs, a Mac 10 and a Galil. Basic utility. And in terms of the money, next round Fnatic only get 1,400. So that's why Fnatic, that's why Na'Vi will keep force buying. They've got the rounds down to 1 player surviving, 2 players surviving, now 0. $1,400 per player means they are going to be very, very low indeed. It might even just be a force because they're going to be equal for 2 rounds here. Golden 3K, the rest of them hovering around $1,500 to $2,000. No, $1,500 to $2,000, Vince. That makes much more sense. And the CZs will come out. Golden with the Mac 7. Another weapon that makes a lot of appearances on Cobblestone. The shotguns in general. It's where the sword off became a thing for Fnatic all those years ago. Don't really see that much anymore.
I mean, Drop is tailor-made for a weapon like the shotgun. Up close, Mac 7 can absolutely obliterate.
It's like
indeed
clay pigeon shooting at times.
And this is the consequence for Fnatic. They've been on that threshold of economic turmoil for the last few rounds, only averaging 2 players alive of the last 3. Electronic is a step ahead. He's read the script, Mac 10 in hand, and destroys Golden in midair.
Smoke deployed by JW. 5 on 4 now. Na'Vi certainly looking likely to finish up a B right now. Not sure what that smoke is for. I think that was just misthrown, as they'll look here back towards the A side now. Flusher, of course, he is towards long A. See whether he can cause some damage here. His CZ is deadly. Filthy at times. 50 seconds remaining, and Na'Vi. I've just got a feeling again they let Crims get a double kill here. Please, don't let him get 2. That position can't do it again. At least it's traded out this time. Good timings. as Flusher really has to step up. But they're not going to check long A, but unfortunately he's only got that CZ. It's not amazing at this sort of range, but at that range it is. Lecro takes the attention, and why they keep going in one by one of no utility, I really couldn't tell you. And this is the round that's just falling apart. Disastrous scenes for Na'Vi. They just seem like they've been given a call, let's go to A, and they haven't thought about the approach, the process, and no one's together. Everyone's got, I'll go connector, I'll go towards the vent, I'll go to the APC, and everyone's just running in. You've got time available. Why you don't just go in slowly, I couldn't tell you. Didn't even check long A, and they get taken down by Flusher, who has been playing that position every single round.
It does seem like a bit of lack of cohesion here. You just saw Zeus's body language, his expression. He looks absolutely dejected after these last couple of rounds, and understandably so. They finally had Fnatic against the ropes. This is their chance to end the half in winning ways, post up a really solid half. Could have been like a 9-6 even. Instead, they're now staring down the barrel of a gun of being broken themselves. They're going to have to put all their finances into this round. Zeus has already picked up an AK-47, so that goes to show what the plan is for Na'Vi. But if they're to lose this, then I mean, Fnatic, they very easily can get double digits on this half.
Timer has been called. Na'Vi will force once again. CZ. Oh, sorry, no CZs. I'm so used to saying it at this point. Desert Eagles. AK-47s. And 1 UMP. They have a couple of smokes.
Aggressively pushing into mid. Gonna try and take the fight to Fnatic. Deciding that upping the tempo is the way to get themselves on the scoreboard. Molotov thrown down by Flusher. That's going to halt the aggressions for a few more moments. Multiple players stacked in danger, but they're going to start to move back. Simple taking point.
JW, this is very brave. Pushing all the way down. He has no idea they force-board into this one. Electronic holding the defensive angle. JW checks absolutely everything, though. Does he go any further? Not quite. Digs himself in this very risky corner. It can be great. If they walk past without checking it, you can get 2 or 3 kills. And here we go. No, wow, Electronic does detect him. Zeus is thanking his lucky stars right now.
A solid denial, and that's going to hurt, but Fnatic can still bounce back.
Oh, Flamey. He's had a rough time in this drop-down room. Finally gets the kill converted. 4 on 2 now, but Flusher still alive and kicking. This round not over just yet, but they are making their way back towards A. Flamey gets this kill. That should be round. Crims can't really do much with this one. Sure, it's only a 2 versus 1, but he's got so much info to gather. Where are they sat? And they haven't even planted yet. He will spot 1 and somehow get the kill. What the hell was that? Oh my goodness. Before we even get a chance to break that one down, Simple comes through and just rails him for Deagle, of course. Most players get the bomb, use the smoke, try and get it planted. Simple's like, you know what, I'm not wasting any time. Great shot from Crims, maybe even better from Simple. Didn't see it from his POV, but that's his playstyle summarized, isn't it? The play you say, right, that's a safe one, get that bomb down, let's get the money guaranteed, then apply the pressure. It's like, no, that's going to take too long. Let's just get this kill straight away.
That really is the perfect portrayal of how Simple plays Counter-Strike. And why the hell not? If you're that mechanically gifted and that skillful, why not?
You can see Crims wasn't even anticipating that play. He was like, right, he's going to get the bomb now, then I might go all the way around towards middle, then I'll work out what I'm going to do. Nope, you're just dead. Okay? He got a 6 shot, though, through the smoke. That just before it bloomed. That spray to deny the plant was epic. But either way, Na'Vi do win the round. Back and forth we go. Now it's the force by Fnatic. Na'Vi really have got to pull their socks up in the way they're approaching their final commitment. They need to go in together. They need to drop more utility and eradicate those risks. So far, they're not checking anything and going into solo duels against CZs at close range, and that's just a recipe for disaster. Could happen again. Golden waiting on the other side of that smoke. Gives up his position at least by firing some bullets. Number 13. Remember, Na'Vi can still win the half. This boost is a lot of fun. You can see over towards the window and indeed the left-hand side entrance to E-Box. Here's the utility being utilized correctly now, so we'll see whether he gets the first kill. It's dicey, but he gets it.
Did concede a dink on his way in, down to 12, but with the superior firepower of Na'Vi and now the player advantage, this should be a formality. Already penciled in as being an Na'Vi round. 27 seconds left, though. Time itself beginning to become an enemy of Na'Vi, but they're landing the frags where it counts, and now Crims on Rock is able to get one, and a very weakened Edward, but Simple shank between the shoulder blades. Money in the bank. And Na'Vi will pick up a 6th.
It's all coming together now. Back in the game. Remember, that was the force from Fnatic, so Na'Vi winning that one guaranteed them this round as well. I say guarantee, maybe that's a bit of a strong word, Vince. But it should be going in their favour. PG50s and 1 Deagle. Lekr on just a USP. We'll check in the scores while we're here, shall we? 16 kills for Electronic. Not bad at all. And Flamey, I said he was struggling, 4 and 10. You can see that this isn't his best map so far. Zeus, 7 and 9, middle of the pack. Simple, 13 and 7. Crims, 13 and 10, as Electronic finds another kill. Takes his total up to 17. JW, 11. Flusher at 9. And this is a very easy procedure for Na'Vi. So I'm not too worried about missing these kills, Vince. Are you?
No. What I will say, though, just to put some context on a lot of those Electronic kills, it feels like at least half of his frags have been in eco rounds with the Mac 10.
That's not... Yeah, that's not a million miles away from the truth. I'll give you that. But the way Fnatic have been playing with some of their pistol plays, maybe they're worth their weight in gold, you know?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Like, the way Fnatic can really do horrible things with the CZ. If he's finding kills on Mac 10, I'm fine with it. If you're shutting down Fnatic in any round and getting 4 kills, I'll give you credit where it's due. But like we said, Na'Vi can still win the round, and now Fnatic, they look a bit ruffled over that. Let's flush up. One of the most decorated players in CSGO history. One of the best performers we have in terms of major statistics. Great performances and influential in their 2 championship winnings this year. So, final round of the first half, 7-7. See who will take the lead and get the moral high ground into the next half. 4 M4s for Fnatic, no kits. Golden just in the FAMAS. You can see the grenade situation is pretty grim. Flasher, though, can't quite convert the frag. Takes Edward down to 47. Not quite enough, though, I'm afraid. JW, that's enough. Flamey with the insta-kill. Takes him down. What a rough half Flamey has had. 4 on 4. Plenty of grenades for Na'Vi. The fact they've managed to equalize this now looks very promising. You see 1 smoke, and that's in the hands of Lekr, and he plays B. Good news is, though, a bit of gamble from Fnatic being taken. JW and Crim still playing towards A. Golden in the connector. They have got numbers on this side of the map. But what's the bomb up to? Zeus is making some sort of a play here. He's got the bomb by himself. His teammates all the way at A. Is he planning on letting them go through the connector and push towards B, and he waits at the platform? It's a bold move.
Yeah, this is super ballsy by Na'Vi, because if they just slip once, that could be the round done. I think he's now deciding, okay, let's join the rest of the team.
Surely
Electronic continuing his form here. 2 entry frags, but JW is good for 1, not a second. Electronic with a 3rd. Golden and Lekr next on the chopping block in the final action of this half. FAMAS and M4.
Oof, the last few desperate shots there. The FAMAS actually gets taken up. Down to 42, and then will be simple. Surely they're both frags, not quite. Lekr certainly capable of winning this. Zeus needs to be very careful, and no need to challenge Lekr. Make him commit. Wants to give him a chance, though, it seems. Lekr, remember, he's got no helmet, no nades, no kit. Zeus wants to try and punish him here. Damage inflicted, and Electronic, why he's in the open, I couldn't really tell you. Kill should be coming in soon, and will be Zeus to finish off the job. Not the cleanest finish, but they all count. A few disastrous errors from Na'Vi in terms of the anti-eco approach there, Vince. But well recovered. It didn't seem like they lost their cool. Zeus has been known to do that in the past. He actually looked very calm throughout the entire thing. Some great shots from him as well. And Electronic, bit of a misstep there in the final round, but he had a very good half overall. And that's Na'Vi bouncing back after losing the pistol 3-0 as well. So well played to them to actually come up the victors after the first half, 8-7. And we'll swap things over to a very important pistol. Remember, whoever wins this map decides where we go to a 3rd. That'll be Fnatic, and if Na'Vi do, it'll be the 2-0 clean sweep, and I don't think many people are expecting that.
No, certainly not. I think most people, if you had to say 2-0 clean sweep, they'd probably edge towards Fnatic other than Na'Vi, but them winning 5 of the last 6 rounds is a huge flurry to finish things off for Na'Vi. Puts them in really good stead.
Dinner's being dropped. It's all normal, it's all fine. Yeah, a bit of lasagna. Either way, I don't know what you were saying, but
I can't remember either, mate.
It sounded good.
That completely threw me off, I'm not gonna
Electronic 22 frags, Flamey on 5. Same story for Edward as well, so he's fallen from grace for a bit from the amazing numbers he put up in Inferno. But Na'Vi win the half. We'll see who will be taking the pistol here, round number 1. And we'll have a look at the setup from Fnatic. One smoke, Molotovs, flashbangs. Looks like a straight up B approach here. Smoke towards the connector, flashes to come through. Molotov presumably used towards Chicken Coop. And it's going to be Edward to try and deny them in the USP. He gets one, bomb down, as he finds a second as well. They're baiting in another player, and the Molotov's not deep enough by the looks of things. They're actually going to flush Edward out, but the remaining CT will stick in there, and he's not even required. Quite a nice idea. They were baiting in simple. He's like the cage lion waiting in the chicken coop, and as soon as you take that Edward, you think it's clear, then he strikes out. It would have been really cool to see that come through. But unfortunately, I say unfortunately, Edward just kills everyone. You just want to see Simple put on a show all times, don't you? But Edward certainly did that as well. Great work.
Yeah, exquisite USP work by Edward, not allowing the cage line to strike. Maybe this is the round where we see Simple unleashed. M4, heavy
Simple
investment
Unchained,
rifles.
the movie.
I'd definitely give that a watch.
Yeah. We'll see whether this force buy will work out for Fnatic, though. Vince, CZs, Deagles, and Flamey going for the first kill. Remember, he's had a very poor game so far. You can see that's just not required in these sort of rounds. Why he has to go in the open by himself. Again, no grenades, no safety net, exposed from danger, and middle. That's the till coming in, I'm afraid. He just wants to... He thinks, well, there are pistols now. I've got the rifle. Let's get some kills going.
Because the thing is, even if he gets that first kill, he was getting flanked from the back anyway, so he was dead regardless.
There's no good points to that play. Even if he gets one kill, goes down, you've given them a rifle, and they've got the advantage in that sense in terms of being on the T side, and you're spread thinner. There was no redeeming factors to it at all.
Simple up close into drop. JW can sense a player is nearby. Electronic also with his MP7, perfect crosshair placement, saves his life, and now Simple gets the kill onto JWs. It turns his back. Crims though with a CZ through for 2. And now Edward, who did just catch a glimpse of Lecro, knows it's going to be a B hit.
They can rush him now, knowing there's a player in transition. If they can take down Crims, but he's being very smart about it. He's not rushing the plan. He wants to see if they make the mistake and do just that. He does get a dink off towards Zeus, but not enough to find the kill, of course. Good shots all round. Lecro trying to do what he can. Crims finds the killing blow on Edward, and that should be the round at this point. Zeus does drop, and that's all down the Flamey, I'm afraid. You can't get the bloodlust against a team like Fnatic, and they've got CZs. You have to hold up. You have to use crossfires and just play the bigger picture. The fact you're going for one kill there still doesn't secure a round. Playing defensively and with your teammates does. And... that'll be a kill he wants to forget. Great shot by Lecro. Don't take anything away from that. It's not like every player can hit that shot, but you have to realize who you're up against. And with the pistols, Fnatic are just on another level.
And to add just a bit of a glorious salt into the open wound, the final kill was with the FAMAS they picked up from Flamey's corpse in the hands of Lecro. So everything came full circle. Now Na'Vi with a force of their own. CZs and Deagle, Simple's not able to get it done. The floodgate should open. This should be Fnatic's golden ticket back into this map. And to maybe even take the lead, because Na'Vi's economy will not recover for a while after this round. If they were to lose, CZ doing so much damage though on the approach. Not going to claim a kill, but both JW and Golden get wrecked by it. Are the rest of Na'Vi able to clean up what was started? It's not looking good. Flamey and Zeus now will remain 131 health between the two of them. And as a result of their dire economy, is it a case of just picking up weapons and saving? It's looking like that is the case.
Well, it's all going to be tied up here. Great approach from Fnatic, sticking together, dropping the utility, and trading effectively, I would say. Lecro getting the lion's share of the kills there. Flamey and Zeus to try and hold on to whatever they can. Flamey with the M4A4, Zeus now with nothing. Then will be Eco next round, but an M4. Flamey's on 6 kills, 13 deaths. You can see this one really isn't working out for him, but 1 kill this round, 24 for Electronic, just to note.
That's the depressing statistic here, Henry. Flamey literally has a quarter of the kills that Electronic does.
Yes. Yeah, he should be one of the headline acts for Na'Vi as well, but there's still time to make up for that lackluster performance as the game continues. Top performer so far, no surprise to anyone, I'm sure. Crims. Fantastic player, been getting better and better, kind of rolling back the years. That's usually a bit of a pun we use as casters, but actually the last 6 months or so he's brilliant and kind of returning to that former glory. And we'll find ourselves with, is this an all-in play? It is. Okay,
yeah,
Vince, they've based their entire round by this M4A4 save. From the CZ's armor, everyone has spent pretty much every dollar they have. Only Flamey saved the weapon, still got $1,500. This is a real risk at this point. There's no need for it. Most teams with full eco at this stage, but Na'Vi, they feel like they can do something with it.
They're hoping that Fnatic are lulled into a false sense of security, perhaps. Fnatic already piling out onto B platform, eating headshots aplenty, and Flamey with his aforementioned M4 goes to task for 1. Electronic with a CZ with 2. It's looking like the gamble is going to pay off. Flush is the next to fall, and now Crims with just 3 health has the weight of this round on his shoulders. 1 stray bullet and he's a dead man.
He's trying to be patient. 3 HP, it feels like it's coming to its logical conclusion, and there it is! Flamey, he does make up for it, Vince. He gets 3 kills. I have to say, some of the aim presented by Fnatic there, very difficult shots, but very awkward 1v1s happening on the upper platform there. I think you hit the nail on the head saying, maybe thinking they're going into a full eco situation, knowing that there's USPs, maybe some P250s, but no, Flamey's in the perfect spot. M4A4 behind the bomb site, tagging them up, getting the dinks in, just softening up the opponents for the CZs to strike, and 10-9, they steal the game back. But still, 1 more buy available for Fnatic here. 1 player on the CZ, that is JW. Crims trying to get towards drop down, but smoked out for now. JW, no nades, just the pistol. Far from ideal. If you are just joining us, what a series this has been so far. It's 1-0 in favor of Na'Vi. Fnatic now trading on the second. AK is available for Simple and Zeus. Quite a scary prospect, especially the former. Simple can be an absolute menace with that weapon. Incendiary's deployed, that's going to be the cue for them to challenge. And it really hasn't gone well at all. Edward just gives up a rifle. And it's going to be Fnatic at least 1 step closer to winning this round.
Only good news for Na'Vi is they had presence on B platform, so it's going to stop Fnatic from outright pushing B. Downside is, as they are now more thinly spread, A side is going to be harder to hold on for. And additionally, this is kind of fulcrum point of this entire map. Both teams' economy is not in great shape. This could effectively be a 2-for-1 round. That's such a huge moment on Cobblestone. Golden lining up the Molotov, throwing it just behind the APC, trying to draw out into the open Flamey, but be careful what you wish for. Flamey, he's on a tear now. He's woken up. He's all about the frags. Use good for 1. Flamey, the curse strikes again as he will be destroyed courtesy of Flush's AK-47. 23 seconds left. It's all electronic. And he has the arduous task of coming through from a connector against 3 players. It's one of the most difficult sites to retake in the entirety of Counter-Strike in this sort of a scenario. So he's backing the hell out of there.
It's been such a back-and-forth series, hasn't it? Inferno is the same. As soon as you think you've got a chance to breathe, you're up against pistols, maybe a force buy, but it's never enough. And Na'Vi will be shut down again, not going to find consecutive rounds once more. 10-10. And they've got money to force buy if they so wish. They get $1,400 on top of this. So there'll be enough, especially if Electronic can save the UMP. He's got a CZ he can drop to someone with a bit less cash. So that does make sense, but well played to Fnatic. Kills found aplenty. JW, Lekro, Crims, and Flush are chiming in. Just Golden, who couldn't post a frag, but 3 players will survive. So we're tied up all again. What's the play at this point? We'll see whether they do go for the purchase. I think a pause is certainly required.
Yeah, this is a really difficult decision, I would say, but they are going to go for it. The reason I say that is a couple of players on $3,000, Henry, so this is going to be a really poor buy.
That's why I'm saying Electronic saving the UMP and the fact he can drop a CZ over, that's everything.
Yeah.
Edwards actually bought a P250, so that's a bit weird. The way he'd thrown the CZ. There it is. Nope, not quite. Got to keep it himself. So Flamey's got an M4. It's actually not too bad. 3 M4s, the UMP, P250. I said Edward could have been dropped the pistol, but not going to be the case. Zeus is giving the inspirational speech right now. What's the play going to be? They're going to try and be aggressive at the start, go for 1 kill and fall back. Simple's got one of these aforementioned rifles along with Kevlar. There's 1 kit available. A few grenades, not much though. As we get back into the action. This game might be coming to a head at this point. Na'Vi can win this round. Should be them with quite the advantage once again in terms of the finances, but that doesn't seem to be a consistent trait here, because as soon as the CZ come out, all bets are off. That's the Molotov I'm talking about in the first half, and Na'Vi just didn't want to throw. If you do that, you don't have to check that corner anymore.
And this time Na'Vi have no players there, so it's going to be Molotov that does give them a little bit of information. Fnatic feeling their way through onto B long. Bomb gets dropped out, slap bang in the middle of the map. Gives them plenty of options. Now, surely Fnatic would have read the situation, and if Na'Vi go for a force, they'll know they're on very low grenades. They may just be trying to feel out and bait out those nades and then try and capitalize later on in the round.
Sure. This is so tense right now. You can see Fnatic playing this perfectly. They've got map control. They've bled out whatever utility the CTs have got. Zeus, this position can be beneficial. Good for one frag usually, not a multi-frag position. You have to get one in his drop back. They'll be committing towards A. Let's see if Zeus can get anything done here. Overcommits to the first shot. Might be in a lot of trouble here. And there it is. Taken down. He does inflict quite a lot of damage here, but no one else is in towards the A side. Simple smoked out. And the bomb will be going down. They might be considering saving the 3 rifles here.
A lot of damage inflicted across the Fnatic, but of course no way of Na'Vi knowing that. And when so much is on the balance, you definitely don't want to risk it. It's all about risk versus reward at this sort of situation. And
indeed,
I would say they've made the right decision for sure. No kits either, so even if they get onto the site, there's no guarantee they could even defuse.
So there you go, 4 players to survive a Fnatic. Na'Vi hoping they can keep 3 up, but Simple. Oh, he is taking a bit of a risk here. If they come through, he'll be looking to take some guns out of their hands. Here's the footsteps, they cross over. My God, he is just unbelievable, isn't he?
He's something else.
The fact he like this so confident that's a kill. It's like, you know what, I can hear exactly where you are. Here we go, easy peasy. Find the exiting kill on Lekra. That's going to be so frustrating to play against. There we go, though. Fnatic do take back the advantage. A slight one, 11-10. But 3 rifles saved, and Simple and Co can drop UMPs or FAMASs, depending on which way they're inclined. Zeus might just go for the pistol here. No timeout. And Electronic and Zeus not going to purchase anything. Curious. You'd have thought with the residual cash, it'd maybe even just get P250s, etc. Flash there very fast towards middle, smoking towards danger. Flamey will be waiting on the other side. There's the smokers there. Can he do anything with this round? It has to be him or Simple to really kick off here.
Na'Vi opting for the passive play. Sometimes teams in this sort of scenario with a distinct lack of grenades may go aggressively, try and take the fight to their opposition. Cobblestone a map where that is possible, but Na'Vi not bothering. They have the trust and likes of Simple to carry them through. Flamey with his AK-47 going to be peering through mid. To his left-hand side, there will be action if he pursues it. And Lekro is moving in. And again, Flamey gets caught. This time, though, it's a bit more understandable because of the fact they have no nades to play with. But Simple, at least elsewhere, has gone to task with his M4. Down to 22, he will drop.
That's the flashbang. You see how effective those are, and you have to turn away from them. That's what you should be doing. Fnatic, much more well-versed in taking middle than Na'Vi ever were. Electronic's certainly dead, and no chance of this round going in their favor, I'm afraid. Simple and Edward have been removed from the situation. That flashbang is everything. They've already Molotov the left-hand side of middle. They wait, they're patient, they flash, and as the flash is going through, you see the CT can't just hold his aim in the perfect position. He has to reposition it. Sure, a lot of players can do that, but you make things uncomfortable, at least so he can't get a multi-frag there. He's not just waiting for you to run around the corner. Simple will find another kill here. Edward probably done for. Flash got some position, and indeed he will be dropped. And this should be an eco now for Na'Vi, I would imagine. Remember, though, 2 players didn't really buy anything into this round. That was Zeus and Electronic. Simple for another kill here. Not going to get it, though. Won't save his rifle, and they're still struggling. I'd say another pause will be coming in this round, just to work out how they distribute the wealth. Flamey's just straight up board an orb. Electronic's gone for the auto shotgun. There's the flashbang going around. You can see him munching the wall, then dropped. Auto shotgun. Now there's a weapon that's been seen a lot more in 2018 than ever before. It was only really Hiko that used it on Nuke way back in the day. But now it seems like everyone's having a go of it. Oscar's using it on Nuke time and time again to great success. We're seeing Get Right deployed every now and then. And I'm sure some of the Fnatic boys have been flirting with this weapon as well. This Electron will be boosted up. So scary. Sat in the smoke. Shotgun in hand.
Oh, it's going to miss out. Crims will take him down. That's awkward to watch. And terrible news for Na'Vi, because right off the bat, in the first 20-30 seconds, they're down a player. Yeah, it's not going to get any easier from this point.
Especially with Zeus getting tagged up like that. Simple has got the AWP towards Chicken Cooper, misses out on a key shot there. Changes his attention towards drop down, but he's got so much more on his plate. There it is, Golden will take him down. Another round for Fnatic here. This is looking like their map now. Na'Vi can't hold it together, and that was evident. It doesn't seem like they're very well set up for Cobblestone. They've got a basic plan of what they want to do. It's just small details that are lacking. And they've been completely chasing the entire time here in the second half, constantly half buys or force buys and then having to take compromises on the gun rounds. And you can see how that's affecting them. Simple not carrying the rounds where they really need him to. He's on 19 kills right now. Electronic 26, but like you said, a lot of those were anti-ecos with the MAC-10. Tactical pause now for Na'Vi. They have lost 4 rounds in a row, homing in that maximum loss bonus. Fnatic making a very good case to take us to overpass.
Yeah, it's hard to go against them at this point. They've been looking very good on their T side. Only 2 rounds won for Na'Vi through onto this half, and one of which was the pistol.
Yeah.
So in terms of rifle rounds, it's been pretty one-sided in favor of the Swedes. Now this surely will be a save. With minimal investments, they can get a really solid buy into round 25.
Yeah, I think he might be right there. Allow it to get to 14-10. I'll take a bit of a partial buy considering they have that maximum loss bonus, so always a chance you can win these rounds. Never discount them out of Deagles and CZs. But yes, Fnatic are going to be very comfortable at this point. I don't see them dropping this sort of round. They seem too methodical, too meticulous on their approaches. They deploy the utility, they go with numbers. The theory side of their game has been a massive part of the success since Golden was brought in. Brings a lot of structure. Something they were lacking in 2017 and 16.
Flamey repositioning into danger. Flusher will be checking the angles alongside Golden. Zeus's CZ will yield nothing in this round. Rest should be more of the same for Fnatic. Electronic darting into position just at the back of the site, joined alongside his brothers of Simple and Edward. Edward's taking a bit of damage, though, in the process. Down to 76. Flusher taking point for his team. Going to be pushing the site first. Simple has been plucked by the wayside, but Edward and Electronic are both churning out with kills, but the momentary resurgence has been laid to rest.
Certainly has, and here we go. Last chance saloon for Na'Vi. Finally, with a decent buy here. No compromises made. Everyone's got a rifle. Simple's got the AWP. They have all the utility required, but now 5 rounds in a row required. 6 if you want to be going for the win. I'd just be looking to guarantee overtime at this point. But Simple.
There it is again.
He's gone for the auto shotgun. He's not got the AWP. Flamey is the secondary AWP of this squad now, but why would you give Simple the shotgun?
Is this the Simple Unleashed moment that we've been waiting for?
Could be. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to think of this.
Molotov is definitely going to throw a spanner in the works. And he will back away. The smoke could give him cover, though, to go back in again. He's going to use that as his sanctuary and hope for the best, but Golden is not going to allow any shenanigans to occur in this round from Simple. Lecro already through on Connector. On the door, spots Flame, he sprays him through the stables. Very nicely done, not able to get a second. But this has really screwed up Na'Vi's positioning. They're isolated from one another and the bomb is getting planted on A.
That's so smart from JW as well. Doesn't overcommit to that. It shows presence and drop down that rotates all the way towards middle. That's going to slow them down. Zeus oversteps the mark by himself. This is a guaranteed round for Fnatic. It looks like the third map is almost a lock-in now. 2 rifles to try and save whatever they can. JW, like I said, rotating back towards middle. He's completely wrecked them in terms of the showing. Just a single couple of shots towards the drop-down area, slows them down, then he rotates round, and nothing they can do with this, I'm afraid. Electronic got 2 kills, but they were a bit scrappy, just about got them. Map points gathered for Fnatic, right back in this series now. Overpass looming. Flusher will be trying to snip out the last remaining CTs. Edward took a bit of a risk there to take him down. Gets it, though. Adds $300 to his bank account. As we get into the next round here. Round number 26, the auto shotgun for Simple again. He wasn't happy with his previous performance, wants to give it another go.
And it's not a case that Na'Vi are struggling for all the pennies. I mean, someone could have dropped him across a weapon there, or he could have gone for a different one, but he is definitely 100% all in on this XM working. He's going to keep doing it until he gets kills. Unfortunately for Na'Vi, they're running out of time. Another failed attempt will be the end of the map, and we will head across to Overpass. Frauda Cider. Zeus flirting with danger in mid, but the nade is going to do a bit of damage to Flusher. And now Simple, he's decided this is his moment, and he will get the kill into JW. Trades across to the AK, goes for the spray, no one's home. And they're about to find out exactly where Fnatic are, and that's charging straight up mid towards the A site.
Here we go then. Can Fnatic finish it right here, right now? They've got kills in front of them, but everyone's dropping. Zeus and Flamey managed to get the crossfire enabled. Where has this been the entire half? It was Simple to funnel them towards A with the auto shotgun. And finally, it's looking like a clean sweep here for Na'Vi. Now it is going to be 5 rounds in a row, but what a shot that is from Crims. My God. We have to win the round, but certainly sends out a message.
Maybe an indicator of things to come if we do indeed go across to Overpass. That Crims could be the man. As it stands, I think really his mission at this point is, it's not a case of saving the weapon. They've got plenty of money. As you can see, Crims himself on over $10,000. It's more hoping that the CTs push him and give away a few lives. Try and take away as much economy from Na'Vi as possible before he inevitably goes down. 15 seconds left. Up through into danger, he will move. Just one kill from this position would be solid from his perspective. But in fairness to Na'Vi, they're holding good angles. I say that, but Flamey's gone down. Crims has done his job.
To take any money out of their pockets he can. Won't be a massive effect considering 3 players survived, but it's something. He's got plenty of cash, didn't need any. Still got 7 grand after the reinvestment of utility here, but here's the crossfire. Finally, something going well for Na'Vi on their CT side. So far, they've won the pistol, the 4th round force buy, and that previous round there, that's it. Haven't really had a solid gun round, apart from the round that just went. AWP. 1 round will do it for Fnatic. Boosting him up. No auto shotgun this time, no AWP on the CT side.
Full assault rifles, 3 M4A1Ss, 2 A4s to give them the extra 10 bullets, the extra kick. JW peering across, eagle-eyed onto the B platform, and even though a flash landed in his face, it doesn't matter. Edward has been put down with authority, and Simple goes in aggressively afterwards, maybe assuming that JW was just by himself. But the backup, the bodyguard of Lekro, proving to be worth his weight in gold, and that could be the moment that secures this map.
I think you might be right there. Plenty of time, 2 kills achieved. You can see what Na'Vi were trying to do. Molotov towards the entrance, smoke it off, flash over, go for that first pick, but they didn't think the boost would be possible. They didn't really prepare for that. And they will be punished for it. JW and Lekro finding kills. 5 on 3. Flasher looking to add insult to injury here. Takes the grenade to the face. Damage has been inflicted. This round's not impossible for Na'Vi. Maybe it is now, though. Zeus has been having a rough time on that A side. Flamey as well, and that's going to be it. We move on to the 3rd map. Electronic, he's been fragging hard, but doesn't look like he'll have enough to work with here. Great comeback from Fnatic. We had a great series on Inferno, and hopefully we can replicate that on Overpass, Vince, where this series will be ending up. That's a decided game. Both these teams looking hot. A couple of Na'Vi players a little bit absent there, especially Flamey. You could see he was tilted at points even after winning that pistol, going for full committed frags alone. I think that really summarized the half he had and why Na'Vi couldn't get going there.
And he even had like a second gust of wind as well towards the end and still came up way shorter than Electronic, who had a pretty good performance. He ended on about 26 kills, I think, in the end, even though his team lost. So that's going to be heartbreaking for him.
Well, that is good news still for the Na'Vi machine, because you either have Simple doing absolutely everything and everyone else looking quite average, but Electronic firing up like that, you know Simple's very good on Overpass, so hopefully Flamey can get his act together, and we'll see the 3rd map go the full distance. Fnatic look like they're back in their old ways, and the thing is, from a tactical point of view, they look like the better team right now. They seem more meticulous with their grenades. Their fundamentals are better right now, at least on Cobblestone. I'm hoping they can get it together for Overpass Na'Vi, that is, and we'll see it go the full distance, maybe even in overtime to close things out. But for now, we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with that 3rd and final map.
VIP Digital Pass, your exclusive way to explore